Okay, hi everyone. So I've been doing this for a while now, and I haven't had any success yet. But I'm gonna keep trying because I'm a very competitive person, and I want to keep going until. Oh, and there we go. I keep saying. I wanted to say Sapphire when I got a Sapphire card, but I forgot the name. But now I got an Amethyst, and I almost called it a Sapphire. Get a 91 Rudy Gobert. In my opinion, it should have been him or Kawhi Leonard with Defensive Player of the Year, but, I can't change that. As we get a Ruby off the bench, Elfrid Payton. Is that a Moments card? Because I don't remember Elfrid Payton really doing that well this year. Anthony Davis, that's an okay card off the bench. I remember when the draft just started, there was not enough good players in the game in 2K, so the max you can get was like an 85 draft. No, not even that, because the best cards was the 85 LeBron and the 85 Curry. So if people got an 80 overall draft, they'd be happy. And I remember playing it then where it was a lot easier. But now, 89 DeMarcus Cousins. I haven't said this in any of my previous videos, but I'm a big Kings fan, a Sacramento Kings fan, and I was really excited watching DeMarcus Cousins play. Even though his temper was really bad sometimes, he was still a very, very good player. In my opinion, probably the best center in the league until Karl-Anthony Towns takes that away from him, because Karl-Anthony Towns is a legitimate beast. But as you guys see, this draft again it's okay, but I don't think it's going to be a 90. Actually, I don't know. Maybe if I move stuff around, this might be a 90. But then I get a 92. I don't get a diamond off the captain pack. Let me try to put Rudy Gobert up here and Kevin Garnett. And it's an 89. Man, that's close. On to the next one. I'm going to put point guard as my captain pack because I want to get, if anything, I want to get the 99 Westbrook. Ooh, Jalen Rose. That's a solid player, but that's not off the bench. See, if I got that off the bench, that would be amazing. There's more. My first sub, Jerry Stackhouse, a really good scorer in his prime. I remember he averaged like 29 points a game one season. And when I say I remember, I don't personally remember because I'm not that old. But I study a lot of basketball, as we get an 86 DeAndre Jordan. I study a lot of basketball. I study basketball history. I watch a lot of basketball videos, especially from Mike Korzemba. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. But yeah, and 83 Kevin Durant. That's solid. Getting that snake on my team. I'm just joking. Kevin Durant, it was his choice. I was kind of mad about him going to the Warriors, but I'm a Kings fan. It's not like the Kings could compete for a championship. But it was kind of like taking fun out of basketball this year. At times it was fun seeing the Warriors just roll over everyone, but you also want a sense of competition. 89 Shawn Kemp. See, it is very hard to get a 90 here. I got Rudy Gobert again. Okay. A Sapphire, a Ruby, a Diamond. And I think that's the lowest overall Diamond you can get. Not sure. I think it's either a 93 or a 94. And I don't think I can move anything around. On to the next draft. I'm going to go with small forward this time. And as you see, the small forward picture is actually Paul George, who's now on the Oklahoma City Thunder. That is still really weird to say. Because there are so many rumors going into the offseason about where Paul George would land. Would LA trade for him? Would Cleveland trade for him? And now he's on the Thunder out of all teams. And reports have been leaked that the Pacers actually had an extremely good trade offer from the Boston Celtics, but they said no. It included, I think Avery Bradley was in that trade. It included really solid players as well as draft picks. And the Pacers didn't want to take it. And then they ended up with Oladipo and Sabonis, which, even though I make it sound like that, it's not that bad. But it's not better than what they could have had. As a GM, I think I would rather have something than let a superstar just leave like Kevin Durant did. Oh, this is actually really frustrating. For a really long time, I've been doing these drafts, and I haven't really had success. But maybe I'll get lucky. I think I'll do a few more, and then I'm gonna end this video. Ooh, a diamond! 97 overall, Klay Thompson. I remember watching a Mike Korzemba video, and he said that, I think he said Klay Thompson is one of those players, if anyone can recreate the 100-point game of Will Chamberlain's, he said it can be like Klay Thompson, because as we know from the last 3 years, he just randomly catches fire. Remember, he scored, I think it's 37 points in a quarter against the Kings. And I'm very sad about that, because the Kings they were up at the half in that game, and then Klay Thompson just drops 37 points, which is really frustrating for me. But yeah, and this year he scored 60 points in 29 minutes. He catches fire, and then no one can stop him. That's crazy. So if anyone can if he plays 4 quarters and he's hot his whole game, and Steve Kerr leaves him in the game, he can recreate an 80-point Kobe game, or even have more. I think if he can score 60 points in 29 minutes, he can score at least 20 more in about 10-15 minutes. It's just the Warriors are so good, Steve Kerr doesn't need his whole team in the game. That's why in Curry's first MVP season, Harden had better stats than him. However, since Curry was sitting out pretty much every fourth quarter, his numbers were way more efficient. And Steph Curry was on a different level. Harden pulled his team. He elevated his team. Because he was pretty much the only bright spot on that team. And Golden State's, on the other hand, Golden State is just filled with superstars. And that was before Kevin Durant joined. So that was like a fair team where everyone was drafted by Golden State. That's amazing. Harrison Barnes drafted, even though he's kind of fell off in the finals, but Harrison Barnes was drafted by the Warriors. Draymond Green, who's now a Defensive Player of the Year and 2-time All-Star, also drafted by the Kings. Patrick Mills, 92 overall. Steph Curry was drafted 7th, and that was a really good draft. I think that's probably a top 10 draft in NBA history, in my opinion. Providing James Harden, Steph Curry, Blake Griffin. DeMar DeRozan, I think, was in that draft. Brook Lopez. It was a really good draft. Except for it also provided with one of the biggest busts in Hasheem Thabeet. But it was still a good draft. Unlike these drafts that I'm getting in this box. Whenever I see golds, it kind of just shows me that I'm not getting it. It's kind of when I see golds, it automatically tells me that I'm not going to get the 90 overall draft. So I'm at an 85. I'll need everything I need. I'll need everything to be a diamond to actually win this, to get the 90 overall. Also, the Oklahoma City Thunder years ago had what the Warriors have. But I'll leave that for a future video, because this is going to be the last draft I'm going to be doing today. If you're new here, if you're watching this video and you want to subscribe and like this video, share it with your friends. And this draft was also bad. Peace out.